Hey, family, welcome to the Hub. Oh my goodness. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Coach Cass Show. I'm your girl, Coach Cass. Ooh-wee. It has been a week. I had the joy of going to the Black Christian Influencers Conference in Atlanta, and it was actually quite amazing. Just a refresher that in what we do, we glorify God. So, just in case you didn't know, I love Jesus, but he's not through with me yet, so I'm not perfect, right? I am a Christian. I wouldn't say that I'm a Christian coach, but essentially, I read my Bible. I go to church on Sundays. I try to do better. I believe Jesus is my Lord and Savior. So let's be clear. Shout out to all those who came out in ATL and came with us to Six Flags. We had a really, really good time. Today's episode is brought to you by the Love Deck 60 questions to ask before choosing the one. I recently had one of the members of the Real Love Network post in our private app about how she went on a second date and she used the Love Deck, and they were just laughing and having great conversation the whole evening. So whoop whoop, shout out to one of our members. Yes, girl. And today, I really wanted to also share with you that I'm going to Maryland. So Maryland, coming to you May 25th, May 25th. So you want to go to wantedwoman.com/meetup, wantedwoman.com/meetup, because we're just going to have a very informal meetup in Annapolis, Maryland. So you're anywhere in the DMV, come on through. Listen, we got ladies from Jersey who are trekking it in, driving it in. Hello, we going to have a good time. Okay. All right. So now, what are we talking about today? I often get asked about online dating, especially for those of you who are 40 and over. And if you didn't catch our second time around summit, go ahead and email me, coach@inspiremany.com, and say, can I have access to the replay of the second time around summit? Because that was all for our ladies who are dating after divorce, especially 40s, 50s, and above. So I wanted to talk to you about navigating online dating in your 40s, and just a couple of um, tips for success. Now, at least 20% of those over 50 are on online dating apps, which means another 80% are out here in these streets in the world. But one thing I know is that many of the women that I work with, especially in the Real Love Network, our private group coaching community, is that you're busy, you have many things going on, and it would be absolutely amazing to meet somebody online because that takes a lot of the guesswork out. You kind of have like some background on them. You could connect first, all the things over the phone. It's kind of like Love is Blind, and you show up in person to say, is love really blind, right? So now when we talk about different platforms, so like a Match, 50% of online daters age 50 or older have used Match, where when it comes to like Tinder, it's like 11%, right? So that's according to the Pew Research Center. So how do you know which platform to choose based on your relationship goals? I'm going to say that there's humans on every app, and you could catch something good on every single app. Now, Bumble recently released that women don't always have to make the first move on Bumble anymore. So they could have open-ended questions, and so can guys. And, they're changing up their platform just a little bit so women don't necessarily have to lead the way. Match has the largest database, and then they have all of these derivatives like Our Time and these other types of things. There's Christian dating, there's J dating, there's farmers dating, farmers only, there's Stir, there's Carpe Diem, there's Real Black Love. There's so many. There's 8,000 dating apps out there. My whole thing is if you find yourself constantly getting catfished, which, about 50% of people interact with some type of scammer at some point online, but don't we all? I get emails every single day from scammers. I get inboxes on my Instagram from scammers. Essentially, I get phone calls. Hello, your phone ring at maybe 2 times a day. Because seriously, when I look at my phone, y'all, it's kind of ridiculous right now. Like ridiculous for the amount of phone calls that I get. Mm. So on Tuesday, potential spam, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 calls from spam likely. So essentially, there's people in every atmosphere coming at you with scammers or scamming or spamming, but we don't say, you know what? I'm gonna cut my phone off because these spammers keep calling me. Listen, I almost got the other day. I got a call saying, um, Cassandra Enriquez, and they're speaking in Spanish. I'm like, I speak English. Now, mind you, I do speak Spanish, but don't come assume, right? And so, oh, well, I thought with your last name you spoke Spanish. This is FPL, which is in Florida, is the Florida Power and Light, the light company. Oh, your bill is overdue, so the technician is on the way to turn it off. Now, mind you, remember, I just moved into a new home, and it could be likely that I forgot a bill. Like, wait a second, I thought I set that up on auto pay, but wait, didn't I? So, he was about to transfer me, and my husband was like, wait a second. FPL will never tell you that they sending somebody to cut off your lights right now. Like, off the phone, right? And I went and I checked my FPL account, and guess what, y'all? Both bills were paid. I almost got. Now, I'm always trying to tell my grandma who's 89, hey, don't answer the phone and talk to the people. But here I was on the phone about to get got. So even a young tenderoni like myself could get got. So it didn't make me want to stop talking to my light company. It didn't make me want to cut off my phone. It didn't make me say I'm never answering the phone again. But why is it when we come across scammers on a dating app, suddenly, you know what? Forget all dating apps. Forget them all. They're filled with scammers. The world has scammers in it. So you might as well just go into a shell. Now I know many of you are living in that shell. You have that turtle life. You could put hashtag turtle life. Sis, can we stop? Can we go outside and understand that there needs to be a prayer of discernment and wisdom in your interactions and dealings with men, but not every man is a scammer. Does that make sense? I hope that analogy worked for you. That was a download. Okay. I hope you caught that. I hope you caught it. All right. So when it comes to your relationship goals, I've had clients find love on Tinder. I'm talking love like marriage, on Christian Mingle, on eHarmony, on Coffee Meets Bagel, all of the things, all of the things. Okay. All right. Now, crafting your profile. When you are creating a compelling profile, it is important to add a variety of pictures of what you really look like. Now, right now, my hair is crazy, but essentially, this is what my hair usually looks like. Now, I might have one photo with my hair slicked back, and just in case you don't know, I'm not on a dating app. I have been, right? I am solely married to one man, and that's what I want. So I'm talking figuratively, back in the day, current day for y'all. If your hair looks like this, your first photo should be like this, right? It shouldn't be with the braids. It shouldn't be slicked back. It shouldn't be permed. It shouldn't with the wig. No, no. Whatever your hair is right now should be your main photo and a couple more photos. Now, if you often switch it up and it depends on the day of week, yeah, you can have a couple of photos with the different hair that you wear, but let the main couple photos be what you actually look like today, not 5 pounds lighter, not 10 years ago, because the worst thing is for someone to see your glamour shots from 1997 and then meet you in person and be like, dang, you don't look the same. You want to say, oh, wow, you look so much better in person, right? So it doesn't need to be super made up. It doesn't need to be with all the lashes. I don't know any men that like fake eyelashes, right? I wear them specifically for like interviews, television, things of that sort, going out to somewhere fancy, making the eyes pop, that type of thing. But on a regular day-to-day basis, I do not know any men that like fake eyelashes. They mainly make fun of them, and it's quite funny. I went to see a comedian once, and he's like, it's like an AC fan, right? So if your eyelashes are doing this, it's doing too much. It's doing too much. Okay. All right. Very good. Your profile should also showcase your personality. So I'm kind of quirky. I like to dance. I like reggae. I like travel. So for me, my pictures would be maybe me looking like I'm dancing, right? Maybe me on somebody's island or on tour somewhere, or eating some, I wouldn't say exotic food. I'm not exotic with my food. I'm not eating fried grasshoppers, but maybe me in the outfit of the land that I'm visiting, because sometimes they let you dress up in whatever traditional wear to take pictures. Like, I'm not even getting into cultural appropriation. That's me honoring the culture and learning about it, right? Let's see, what else do I do? I love my child. I wouldn't necessarily put her picture, right? But maybe it's me and we're playing a card game and I could put down I like game night. I like a game night, right? So different things of that sort. I like getting together with family, but never pictures with other people. Y'all get me? Okay, very good. You want your bio to reflect things that you really do and really like. Now, I have created um, a very simple bot that could help you with your dating profile. Mhm. A very simple dating profile bot. And if you want access to that, I need you to mention access, right, to dating profile bot on my Instagram. Okay, on my Instagram. So you go over to Instagram, and my Instagram name is @InspireMany, and you type in access to bot, right, to dating profile bot on my Instagram, and we'll get that to you. Okay, so something cool for you there, something free, little something for you for now, right? Now let's see. Now the next thing is I want you to be able to communicate effectively. So in terms of starting engaging communication online, understand everybody's there, but not everybody's there, right? You could try out oh, wow, I see that you like art. My favorite artist is blank. So you could try that. Or you could say, hey, have you eaten today? Right? Or you could just say hello. Here's the thing. If someone finds you attractive, they're going to respond. And now, how much effort do you have to put in? You could always comment and give some type of compliment, but I really don't want you working too hard in the initial conversation. And yes, I don't want you to just sit back and wait for life to happen to you, because you know what happens? Sometimes it passes you by. Case in point, my child's school has Spanish just through first grade, so kindergarten and first grade. But I live in South Florida. I want my child to be bilingual. So I was sitting with another parent and she said, you know what? There was somebody at the school, a teacher, that said they would be willing to start a Spanish club. And that's all she said. So you know what I did? I went to talk to that teacher. I went to talk to the person that sets up the after school clubs. And then I sent a follow-up email to them. And they're both saying, you know what, it looks like it's a go for the fall. But that's just through me following up. If I waited for life to happen, essentially this other parent was like, wow, you really do take action. I was just waiting to see you at the next picnic. I'm like, how is that going for you? This whole like, oh, let me drop it in the air and see how the Lord leads. Listen, I could pray, but then if I don't take action, that sucker may not happen anytime soon, right? Like sometimes God gives us the ability of follow up, of introduction, of saying something. Say something, say something, say something. Just saying. Okay, so that might be the next T-shirt that we have going on. Say something, sis. Say something. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, y'all tell me if you like that too. Make sure you message me on IG. Okay. Now common challenges that I see is navigating and dealing with rejection in dating. I know it's kind of hard to deal with rejection, but here's the thing: we get rejected every day in some way, fashion, or form. My 7-year-old rejects me, right? Hey, baby, go do this. No. Right? Do I go lay down and disown my child because she says no, thank you? No. But why in dating, we're like, oh, woe is me. He didn't want me, coach. Yes. Well, good. He's not it. We don't want to force anyone to be in a relationship with us. And I really want you to start to think of a power of resilience in your mind, of going through this dating thing, just like you would in business, just like you would in fitness, just like you would in faith. We ride waves in several aspects of our life, but it's only in dating that I see it's such a hard road and journey. And you know why it's a hard road and journey? Your mindset. Yeah, Yeah. So here's the thing. In the Real Love Network, we have plenty of women who are dating, kicking butt, and taking names, right? And we have some women that are working through their thoughts of, will this actually work? And will I be able to date? And wow, I'm a little apprehensive after divorce or after my last heartbreak, but we support them through it. We have women that are dating, looking at marriage, talking about marriage, wondering if this is the one based on things that they're going through. We're supporting them through that. It's just a beautiful space where you get supported in your love journey. Come on, sis. Come on. So I hope that these have been some good tips for you. And if they have, let me know. Send me a message. Come on. Come on over. Send me a message on the IG. And I hope to meet you soon at one of our live events or one of our trips, right? Come hang, come travel with us, right? South Florida, Antigua, Bali. Next year hasn't been um, announced yet for our super international trip, but it's going to be good. So just stay tapped in. Don't miss out. Make sure that you're on our email list. And in the meantime, in between time, have a good time. Keep loving, keep laughing, keep living. Bye, y'all.